All right, guys, welcome back to Dragon Works once again. Nice little two-stroke treat for you here, hopefully. Vintage 1986 Honda CR125R Motocross Edition. This bike came in suspected of being locked up. It definitely wouldn't turn over. We found out it wasn't the engine that was locked up, but the engine did have damage. It was already bored 40 over, so we had to take it 60 over. Extremely hard to get parts for. It's actually a 1 year only motorcycle. Even though the 85 and 86 are very similar, the 86 has a lot of differences in it. So anyway, since it was suspected of being locked up, the cylinder was soaked down for a couple days before I even attempted to open it up. But once I found out that wasn't it, I tried to clean out the crankcase real good with that penetrating oil, but there still might be some in there. So when I kick it, it might oil the plug up. I might have to pull it out, clean it off. I don't know what to expect. This is the first start after the rebuild. There was a bunch of stop leak in it. That's what actually had the motor locked up. Believe it or not, the impeller on the water pump was just clogged up with that stuff. But it was all in the radiator and everything. It was all through the engine. And I see already that there's a couple drips. So I suspect that we're going to find out that it has a couple coolant leaks, most likely the radiator. Hopefully not that water pump. But I already told the owner start looking for a new cover and all that on this side, because if you saw the pictures or whatever or any of the video, it was ate up real bad. And yeah, I'm not sure how long that's going to hold on, but right now we're going to try to revive it. We're doing the best we can here with what we got to work with. The owner's been finding some parts here and there. He got those old side covers there. But anyway, let's try to fire it up, and then I'll go over all the stuff. For those of you who just want to hear it fire up and hear it run, you can watch this part, and then I'll have a bunch of explanations afterwards. So bear with me. I don't know what's going to happen. It doesn't have a kill switch, so not sure how this is going to go. And also this, we need to get some more parts. I found out that the pieces that the spring's attached to for the exhaust are missing. So I actually just got it wired on here temporarily. I got to be ready to yank the plug off and whatever, because I don't know if it's going to try to rev out of the moon or not. The cable don't feel that great. All right, so here goes nothing. I'm bottle feeding it for right now. Let's see what it does. It's a mystery to all of us. She tried. Let's give her a little throttle. I got her choked. Okay, that wasn't good. Knocked off the guy's new cover. Okay. Sorry guys, I attempted to start it there, but since that cover was just sitting on here, I'm going to take this other one off too. We just set them on there the other day to look at it, and as soon as I went to kick it, of course it fell off. But I don't know if you heard it try to start. Let's see what it does. Okay, that's all I'm going to give you right now, because like I tell you guys every time, this is a really crucial part, starting these two strokes and watching what you're doing and breaking them in a little. So you saw it crank up, you saw it start, and now I'm going to run it through some heat cycles, and I'm going to pay attention and get this thing running a little bit better. And then I'll shoot another video of it, you know, running and all that kind of stuff. So I think you get the point. But a lot of stuff is kind of temporary because we need to see, obviously, if it's going to run and what kind of problems we're going to have. Because like I said, this whole area here, this cover and this water pump cover, all this is ate up pretty good on the inside. And the customer is looking for new stuff while we're talking. But we're just trying to make sure we can get it running and it's going to run and those kind of things. And then we're going to slowly chip away at it until we can get this thing 100% for him. So stand by. Okay guys, I'm just going to be running it through some heat cycles here. Starting it and getting it warmed up a little more each time and slowly breaking it in. I'll take you along with me a little bit so you can see. See that? Stand by. Okay guys, so what you saw me doing here, the way these PJ carburetors work, Key and PJ carburetors, is the idle is also part of the choke. So this is your choke, you pull up to start it, but then to set your idle, you turn it, and it's missing the little knob on top to turn it, and I was trying to get it with the pliers, but it wasn't working out for me there. So anyway, we got some parts to get. We just wanted to make sure it's running. Still got the engine mount to put on, a bunch of stuff to tidy up. We wanted to see what would leak. Like I talked about, I got to get the right keepers to hold the springs for the exhaust. They're missing. Because the guy got the bike, it was halfway apart. We had to, you know, came in a box. Here's part of the box right here with stuff in it. So yeah, once again, a bike in a box. And got to get this thing up and running, and we'll work the bugs out as we go, what's needed. But anyway, I'm going to fire it back up. I took this apart, made sure it was working right, and it was stuck a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust this, and we'll let it idle for a little bit. If we can get it to idle, we'll see how it wants to act. So far, so good. It's sounding really good. It's real crisp. Sounds like it's bored out. Sounds like everything's working really good. So just stand by. We'll fire it back up, and you can stick with me while I break it in. All right, let's fire it back up. See if we can set the idle. So far, so good. I'm not sure if the rad's leaking or if that's where I flushed it, because I had to flush all this stop leak out of them. And that might just be residual water in there. I'm not sure. We'll see. To be determined. It sucks not having that little knob on there. It's kind of hard to feel where I'm at. Let me get the dang pliers again. I don't think that little knob is turning. Whew, excuse me, it is so hot and humid. Hold on, I'm gonna fire it up again and try to get this idle set up. She wants to go, doesn't she? Yeah, she wants to kick. This thing's gonna be nasty. What do you think, Andrew? That's my kill switch right now because there wasn't one on the bike when we got it in. So we're gonna get a kill switch for it, but like I said, I'm gonna slowly go through some heat cycles like this. It's getting pretty warm. Let it sit for a minute. I'm gonna get them rings seated in real good. And like I said, this thing's got a crazy exhaust on it. That ATAC. People call it different, but it's got this chamber down here that catches a lot of oil and stuff, and this exhaust hasn't been cleaned out, and you're going to see puffs of oil, smoke I mean, and also, like I said, when we first got it, I soaked the cylinder down a lot thinking it was stuck, because if you can't get it to move, you can't get the thing apart, you can't get the cylinder off of it. So I had it soaking down, and all that oil goes down into the chamber where this fuel is feeding into. So there's a lot of residual oil in there that we're going to burn out. And during assembly, I lube it up a whole lot. I put a lot of extra oil on it. So we're going to warm it up. We're going to burn that out. Eventually, it's going to be running real crisp, no smoke, all that good stuff. When we know it's good, we'll throw everything on it. And we'll take it for some rips. I'll do some videos like I do on the other dirt bikes. Pretty much got everything here now. We got the tank. The customer just, I don't know if you saw that in the camera, probably not. I held it up in the air. Like you saw in the beginning, before I knocked them off, he found some side covers for it. We got obviously fix those up there. Either we're going to do it or he's going to do it. We got the sides for the radiator here. It's got the number plate to it, so we got all the stuff. I put new tires on it, new tubes and tires. I put a new chain and sprocket on it. So yeah, if this thing keeps going the way it's going, we're going to be doing a test ride here before too long. So I'll probably do a separate video of that. This will be the start up and break-in video and all that jazz. All right, let me pause it. I'm going to run it some more and I'll come back to you. All right, let's give her another heat cycle. Wants to eat, let me tell you, that's barely any throttle. But we can't get crazy yet. We got to take it easy on her. Some say run it like you're going to run it and break it in and blah, blah, blah. I just got a routine that I've been doing for 30 years and it works for me. And that's the way I do it. So it's been real successful. Nobody's ever came back and said their motor blew up or anything. I'm sure it'll happen sooner or later when you're dealing with two strokes, but it won't be because of my workmanship, I can tell you that. So anyway, I'm going to continue to do this. This is going to be a really long video for some people. Some people want to watch a real long one. Maybe I'll make a couple short ones out of it or what have you, but this is the process you see here. Like I mentioned many times already in the video, there's a lot more to do to this bike. But this is also the way I do it. I like to get them running, make sure that everything's good as far as that goes, and then work my way out from there. Every little thing. I know the carburetor needs a couple things and, you know, here and there. Before I even got it running, the customer went ahead and bought the tires and stuff. I usually like to wait, but I had high hopes for it, so I let him go ahead and do it. And so I was able to get the new tires on, chain and sprocket and all that. And I had, like I say, I had a pretty good feeling about it, but there is still more to do. I still haven't determined if the radiator's leaking, because I think what has been dripping is just the water when I flushed them out, because it had all this damn stop leak in it. It's almost like pulpy paper down in the cores. Oh, it was a mess. So I was worried. I don't know where. I kind of think it was leaking under here, because this is what under here was all ate out. Inside it's really thin, so this is where we're kind of worried about. I already told the customer, be looking for this piece. This could last forever, or it could leak before we ever get to test ride it. It's just one of those things we're not 100% sure. In the meantime, he's looking for the part. It's pretty easy to pop this off and pop a new one on, but before we spend a bunch of money, it's always good to make sure the thing's going to run and how it's going to run. And so far, so good. It seems like it's going to be okay. So if that is the case, we'll continue to keep going with this thing. And like I showed you, there's a whole bunch of plastics. He's got everything to it. This is going to be an awesome little bike. Stay tuned. She's coming along real good. Do you see how low that thing wanted to idle already? And it's not even fully broke in. So this is a really good sign, folks. And if you notice, earlier I was worried that this radiator might be leaking coolant, but I believe it was just the excess water in the fins when I flushed it, because now it's not dripping. There was a drip here. There's no drip underneath of here. There's no oil. There's no leaks anywhere. This is going really well. This thing is going to turn out to be a really, really nice bike. Okay, guys, I believe that I'm just going to go ahead and stop it there. When I put all these pieces of video together, it's going to be extremely long. So anyway, the next step will be in the next couple days. Since it's not leaking or anything, I'm going to go ahead and throw everything back on it. And we'll get the seat and the tank, all that stuff on it. And I'll do some videos take it out and ride it and show you what it'll do. So once again, you guys need some work done properly, you hit up Dragon Works. I'll put the Facebook link there in the description. And this is how I do it all day long. Thanks for watching and peace out.